Hello, my name is Kevin Tudor, and I'm one of the three hosts of Almost Major, a film podcast dissecting many major indie studios and the films they release. Every week, myself, Charlie Nash, and Bryden Doyle discuss overlooked, forgotten, or bona fide classic indie films via studio-specific miniseries. We've previously covered numerous films from Artisan Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and New Line Cinema. Titles including The Blair Witch Project, American Psycho, Dogville, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saw, Requiem for a Dream, and Ringmaster, you know, the Jerry Springer film. Anyways, we have a fun time every week and we hope you will join us. Subscribe to Almost Major wherever you get your podcasts. Now proudly a part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Hey, this is Jason Kleberg from the Force 5 podcast, a show that forces a guest to come up with a movie-themed top 5 list topic, and then we reveal our picks on air. Top 5 heist films, top 5 tearjerkers, top 5 movie dogs. Every show you'll be asking yourself, what would be on my list? Guests include directors, screenwriters, actors, podcasters, musicians, authors, and even a professional wrestler. Subscribe to the Force 5 podcast, and you won't just be a listener, you'll be a list nerd. The Force 5 podcast, available wherever you're listening now.
We're in Way Media.
Welcome back to Midnight Viewing, where this season we're taking a look at George Romero's 1980s series Tales from the Darkside. Sharing the Midnight View with me are the Culture Cast Chris Statue.
I'm part of the Beetles. That was dumb.
Top of the poppermost, my friend. Also joining us is the Projection Booth's Mike White.
I'm going to make a reference to both episodes when I say, Mary, Mary, why you bugging?
Wow. Now the Run
one.
DMC comes through. Got it. Okay.
God damn. Now I was trying to figure out where the Run DMC was going to come in, and boy, you had me going in the first half. Got me in the
Nailed it.
second half.
Tonight, we are taking a look at the first 2 episodes of Season 4, the final season of Tales from the Darkside. Those are Beetles and Mary Mary. Beetles is Season 4, Episode 1. It aired originally on September the 27th, 1987, written by Robert Bloch from a short story by Robert Bloch and directed by Frank De Palma. This one stars Rod McCary, Siri Murad, Cole Meany, and Donald McKechnie. This is about a wannabe art dealer who lays hands on an ancient mummy whose treasures include many, many legs. What do you think of this one, Chris?
I know what I should have said at the beginning of the episode. I said, bugs? I hate bugs. To reference one of the best times sarcophaguses and Beetles have been in a thing together, which is not this. It would be the Mummy, which scared, I think, most people into thinking scarab beetles eat people's brains, which I will tell you, anyone who's listening, if you didn't know this, they don't.
They don't.
They don't
Okay.
know.
I've been terrified ever since I saw that guy. We were talking about running into a wall last episode.
Yeah. Bugs. I hate bugs. This is fine. I love anything Egyptian adjacent. It's one of my, I don't know, it's one of those things that kind of just gets after me. Again, to quote The Mummy from 1999, that movie has a very special place in my heart. And so anything that's Egyptology or Egyptian adjacent has been something that I've been interested in since I was a kid. So this was right up my alley. I remember, I want to say Father Malone, was there not an episode of Tales from the Crypt featuring a mummy, which is like sacrifices and
Wasn't the
naked...
one with Christian Slater, was it?
Yeah.
Or,
No. That is a Tales from the Darkside.
oh, from the movie?
Yes, sir. Lot
Okay.
249
Okay.
from by Arthur Conan Doyle.
But there is one in Tales from the Crypt that's, again, like about getting a woman to be sacrificed to a mummy and all this like wacky ass shit. Like, I appreciate that these kinds of episodes exist in these. I don't think this one nails all the points that I hoped it was going to nail in terms of utilizing the Egyptian theming and the Egyptology of it all. I like Rod McCrary a lot. I think he's perfectly cast and he looks suitably Andrew Ryan enough, or of a time and of a place, to pull off that kind of the mustache and the shirt and the suspenders and everything, just that look. I think it's fun. I wish there had been a little bit more to it, but I think that's been my compile now, is it just feels like maybe they're go further is what I would say to the writers of the shows. Give me a little bit more, just punch it up a little bit. But this is a good way to start the 4th season.
How about you, Mike?
What about you, Mike? Yep.
I like this better when E.G. Marshall was playing this role and they're creeping up on you. That's all I kept thinking of. I did think of The Mummy, though, as well. I liked the little twist at the end. That was nice. I just felt that this went on for a little too long. There wasn't enough, again, twists to it. It just felt, oh, there's Beetles. Those are going to get them. And just watch them get them. And wasn't that interesting to me. So I was really hoping for a little bit more on this. I feel like I'm being very negative about this show. I do enjoy these, and most of the time, though, the last time we talked, I was having a little bit of trouble with one of those. But yeah, this one was decent. There's nothing for me to write home about. How about you, Father Malone?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought, like you said, Chris, if you slap a layer of Egyptology on something, I'm automatically, the interest level just goes up, and
canopic jars and shit.
Yeah, I'm not going to hate
it into my veins.
I'm not going to hate anything that ends up focusing on that for 22 and be like, wasn't a total waste of time. I saw some hieroglyphs, but that doesn't make this any good. I do think it's interesting that every horror author of a certain age had a mummy story in them. Edgar Allan Poe had a fucking mummy story, and I'm like, and now we find out Robert Bloch had one. I mentioned Arthur Conan Doyle. He had one that will eventually show up in another Tales from the Darkside episode. And not only that, but every anthology series will dip their toe into the mummy. I think the best one overall ended up being over on Amazing Stories. They had a story called Mummy Daddy, which is one of the scariest and funniest fucking half hours of television I've ever seen. This one doesn't compare to that. I do like Rod McCrary. He's just like a human cartoon. There just seems like it's a certain time and place for that type of actor. And he might have been past his prime here, but that's what kind of makes him interesting. Weird to see Cole Meany this early on American television without a fucking Starfleet uniform.
I thought I recognized him, but I didn't go and look at the credits for that. Yeah, that was nice to see. He fits into this world pretty well too. I know hasn't he played like older Irish gangster kind of roles and stuff, but like him with I don't know, I picture him with a derby hat, and I'm just like, that's a good Cole Meany.
I always liked him in The Commitments and The Van, so and was he in The Snapper? He was in all 3 of those movies as that dad. He was great in those. Yeah, overall, this is just an okay episode. I think it's a step up from what we were getting at the end of season 3. Hopefully, this is just a stepping stone to bigger things. I know there are a couple of episodes that I really do like later. I'm not that concerned. I think in a case like this, when you have a teleplay by Robert Bloch from his short story, you don't really fuck with it.
No. I would like to say,
for good or ill,
Hamid Bey, I like that, like, we have to pay lip service to the OG Mummy every time we do it.
Yeah.
Every time. I want to mention something as well, because this is a thing, Father Malone, you were espousing the mummy stories in these anthologies. Most of them are the fucking same on top of everything else.
How many of them are comedies? How many of them are comedy? Like almost all of them, right?
Yeah, they're all like vaguely comedic, or because again, like in a lot of ways, mummies are, and this is the thing that it's almost like that. Let me grab my soapbox out that I didn't know I was going to stand on. Mummies are scary.
Yes.
The idea of a mummy is scary. Like,
they're horrifying.
The Mummy 1999 is probably as good of a movie as it is for me, because it's still kind of a scary movie even now. Like, he's eating their body parts. Like, it's a Jeepers Creepers thing. And I think most, if not all, of the Mummy media that I've seen since I've been doing this podcast, since I've been watching movies and enjoying them, most nothing can live up to that 1999 Mummy movie, because they actually go down some avenues that nothing else goes down. And all these things just feel like even the Mummy movie from 99 does it, like Imhotep's forever love kills herself and he wants to bring her back to life. There's a lot of that, like,
in the moon.
Yeah, there's a forbidden love and sacrifice in what feels like most of these stories. So I wish there was more variety to the stories of the mummies that we're getting on these shows. But I understand why there's not, because it seems like the easiest way to go is just there's some sort of curse on the corpse itself, or that the corpse can reanimate. That's it. Like, they don't really go further than that. And it seems a little unfair because the vampires and Frankenstein's monsters get all sorts of weird shit, and mummies are just given short shrift, it feels.
I will say that I think the best television anthology series was the Amazing Stories episode, but I think Tales from the Dark Side actually nails the horror mummy we're going to review the movie at the end of this season because it is the next logical step with Tales from the Dark Side. But Lot 249, that to me was an actual scary mummy. That's a fun story and it has an awesome payoff.
I've never seen it, so I'm excited. Like, mummy stuff that's definitely in my wheelhouse. That 1999 Mummy movie really hit the right note at the right time for me. And
God, yes.
I don't think I've ever, there are a few highs that I've had in a movie theater one. Like, that's rewatching it last year. Like, it was a pretty high moment even then. Movies holds up, still a lot of fun. But even then, like, that movie's scary, but it's also funny and fun. Like, it's almost like when you have a mummy in there, we can't just play it straight. Like, why?
I know it's supposed to be funny, but that bumper sticker that says, I'd much rather be watching the 1999 cinematic masterpiece, The Mummy, that is true. There's so many times where I'm watching a movie and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather be watching that. And then it gets to like that piece of shit Tom Cruise mummy movie. And you're like, why are you messing with perfection? There is nothing wrong with the Brendan Fraser mummy movie is one of the highlights of cinema for me.
Give me a fourth movie, you fucking cowards.
I know.
God damn it.
Everybody in the cast is still around and still looking good. Yeah.
And would it be weird to recast to have Rachel Weisz come back after they recast her as Maria Bello for a movie?
No, why not?
Sure. I don't think, has that ever happened? Is more my question.
I believe it. Well, Sabata, Lee Van Cleef stepped away from Sabata and he came back as the lead character.
That's true.
Even Connery came back for one more after Lazenby.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah,
I've tried to forget that one, but that's
sorry.
How dare
it
you?
is kind of our responsibility to know those ones.
Yeah, boy, it sure feels like it. Robert Bloch as a writer is a really good writer. I don't feel like this is indicative of his best work.
Oh no,
like at all.
No, he's a better novelist than he's a short story writer. First of all, and second of all, he is not a very good screenwriter. Must be said. Sorry, Bob. Anything else on this one? All right, our next episode is Mary, Mary. This is season 4, episode 2, aired originally on October the 4th, 1987, written by Julie Selbo from a story by Julie Selbo and Katarina Vidic, directed by Katarina Vidic, starring Margaret Whitten, A.C. Weary, and Fred Burstein. This is a story about a woman who relates more to inanimate objects than regular people, and then she ends up as one. There, I buried the lead. This is a blackout sketch. What the fuck?
I should have, you know what I should have quoted at the beginning of this episode, Father Malone, because you just said it there. You're an inanimate fucking object. Because that is how this episode ends. That is, what a bizarre, piece of shit. Really.
Let me just say, I hate this writerly thing where just the having a character talk to inanimate objects in their house. Like, that thing reads good on the page, and then you see somebody doing it, and it's so fucking false. It's hard to fucking imagine. When I hear people quoting lines from Batman Returns, when Michelle Pfeiffer comes back to her apartment and she's talking to herself, like that whole routine, I'm like, yeah, that's cute, but it's completely fucking fake. And that's what's going on here. For 22 minutes, I wanted to pull my own head off.
It's insufferable. This is a fucking insufferable episode.
Going from stuffed animal to stuffed animal and like, oh, well, hello, Mr. What are you doing?
Hey, Mike White, something I've learned about you as your friend and creative collaborator over the last decade is you don't like when people pretend to be movies.
Yeah,
and you know what I don't like in movies? When people pretend to talk to shit that isn't there and it serves no purpose. And then the things aren't even doing anything. It is a tired... And it works in literature because often in literature, it's being used to convey the unreliableness of the narrator. And it's done in a way where it's injected into the story in a meaningful way. Here, it's just, that's all it is. That's literally all it is. There's nothing else. For 22 minutes, to your point, Father Malone, we get it. Oh, we get it. We still get it. We didn't stop getting it, and we're still getting it. And what's the reveal? We still got it. I promise we get it.
Yeah. This whole thing of the dating stuff that's going on. Wow, that was a real throwback for me to see these VHS tapes and these things. such high production value on a lot of these tapes as well. Really impressive for me. But god damn, just I don't want to be on camera, so I shoot this mannequin, and then my creepy neighbor, I would not be a big fan. Oh yeah, I got your name off the letterbox and stuff. Like, maybe meet her outside. Don't just randomly call this woman. But at the same time, she's such a fucking psycho. It's just, yeah, what are you doing? Oh, I don't want real pets. I use these stuffed animals. Yeah, nothing worked for me in this whole thing at all. And then, yeah, it didn't help either that the little thumbnail on Plex, I think, had 2 mannequins. So I'm like, yeah, she's going to turn into him. And then we just had that fucking mannequin episode like 3 or 4 episodes ago with Jerry Orbach. Yeah. And I'm just like,
oh God.
Yes,
there was that other
one.
mannequin
Yeah.
episode. Oh no.
Another mannequin story. Yes.
Ah!
I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
What
Yeah.
is it with this
Not
show,
good.
with these anthology shows and mannequin?
I
TJ
guess they're just
Castronova.
weird.
TJ Castronova knows somebody who can make mannequins that look like actors. So like, get me another
That must be
mannequin
what it
episode.
is.
As far as the video dating thing, it seems like they were told that such a thing exists and then just made up their own rules, because I don't think that's the way it works. I think you make a videotape, or you made a videotape because they don't do it anymore. And then
one.
right. And then they would dupe that and then send it to prospective members that you might match with. Then you would watch that videotape and go, oh, okay. This one, it's like they're sending personalized videotapes to each other. It's like this primitive form of like
Yes.
direct messaging. It's so weird.
Hello, me. Just want to tell you more about me. And I'm like, what?
If
I mean,
someone
yeah,
throws
like-
a letter through your window, they're a fucking.
You're no romantic, sir.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I try not to impose my will on other people against theirs. What cuckoo ass shit were they going after when they said, here's what we're going to show at the end of it? She's just going to be sitting there as a man. To what end?
If you don't engage in life, life will be taken from you.
What?
Right. Yes.
Okay. So now she's just like Jared Padalecki in House of Wax. She's just forever just in that mannequin shell. What are the logistics of what we see happen at the end of this episode? Does the episode care? Or is it just, we just need to see a pair of eyes moving in this mannequin body? And we get it. We got it. Okay.
Those who the gods wish to destroy first make mannequins.
I mean,
mannequins worked well in that. There's the space alien that goes into people and moves around and stuff. There's a great scene in a mannequin factory in that movie, and it just really helps enforce this whole idea of false fronts and false bodies and this kind of stuff. And yes, that's great. Really works with the story. I think we talked during the last mannequin episode about the classic Twilight Zone where the comes alive at night and into the mannequin during the day. There's the classic cinematic universe of the mannequin films. This is no mannequin film. There is no one this is nowhere near of Kim Cattrall level of performance.
Where's Hollywood? He's not here. He's not going to be hanging around with these goddamn mannequins. I'll tell you that much.
No.
this episode made me weird.
Was it G.W. Bailey? Was he the villain in the first movie with fucking James Spader?
Was it James Spader in that
No,
one?
it's oh god,
It's
it's
the other guy, right?
Yeah, it's the other dude. It's Andrew McCarthy.
No,
Thank
he's the
you.
lead. Andrew McCarthy is the lead. The villain is James Spader.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking who the lead was.
No.
Yeah, James
no.
Spader is the villain in that movie.
And G.W. Bailey is like number one. He's like a
Yeah.
security guard with the dog, right?
Felix.
I
Oh
like,
my God, I
I
gotta watch
like
that movie
Mannequin.
again.
I like Mannequin. I think I've even gone on the record saying I like Mannequin when we did the episode on it. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
It's
Come
a
on.
good movie.
It is a good movie.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, you got Kim Cattrall as a mannequin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brian
it's-
Kim Cattrall. Yes.
Yeah. And
God.
Estelle Getty's in there.
Yes, she is.
Stop
That's
or
right.
my mom will shoot.
What is wrong with us?
There is not enough time. There is. We just
you know
don't
what the
have
problem-
enough time for everybody else.
I think the problem is that they keep throwing mannequin episodes at us. So if they're going to do that, I think every time we encounter a mannequin episode from now on, we should just spend that time talking about the movie Mannequin.
Or the career of Estelle Getty.
I'll go with Mannequin.
You don't want to talk about Golden Girls? What do three
I've
white
been-
guys
I
have
was
to
just
say
gonna
about
say, like,
Golden Girls?
I've been
You
doing
wanna do a Golden
rewatch
Girls
of
show?
Golden Girls. Yes.
Never
Like,
even seen it. Never seen
it's
a single episode.
fucking fantastic. I've been
All I know
enjoying
is
the
that
hell out of
song.
that.
Thank you for being.
Have you not seen the episode with Quentin Tarantino dancing as an Elvis impersonator in the background?
Sure have.
Rather die. Was it
Well-
that Fiona Apple story about her being in the room with Paul W.S. Anderson, or Paul T. Anderson, and Quentin Tarantino caused her to never do cocaine again? That's all I think of when I think of Tarantino, is just him coked up chattering in Fiona Apple's face for like an hour or so.
I'm imagining P.T. Anderson is actually much worse.
Oh, God.
Probably.
Right.
I mean, yeah,
Because Tarantino's probably like having fun and making jokes, and P.T. Anderson's telling you how fucking serious and awesome he is.
Don't you love
Have you
Magnolia?
ever looked at your hands? They're like Kubrick film.
What the fuck? Oh.
All right. Well, on the next episode of Midnight Viewing, we're taking a look at the next 2 episodes of season 4. Those are The Spirit Photographer and The Moth. Debbie Gibson. Debbie Harry's in that one. Midnight Viewing is a proud member of Weirding Way Media Group. Our theme song was composed by HP with an assist by Donald Rubenstein. Till next time, where can people find you, Chris Dashu?
WeirdingWayMedia.com is where I work on all the audio thang, including this show with you, Father Malone and Mike. I have my own podcast, just all kinds of Weirding Media. Weirding Way Media audio can be found at WeirdingWayMedia.com. And if you want to kick a couple dollars our way and engage financially with what we do, patreon.com/Father Malone. We're engaged with this show. And then /CultureCast or /Projection Booth. And you get some additional content if you engage with Mike and I, with Father Malone. You're just contributing to his ability to continue to do this in a meaningful way. So you know who you should be engaging with.
Engage. Mike?
Pretty much the same stuff all the way around. Weirding Way Media. That's the best place for everything that you need in your life, period. How about you, Father Malone?
Well, you're checking it out here, Midnight Viewing. We're on twice a week, everybody. Father Malone Weekly Roundup. That's every Sunday and or Monday, where I take a look at the new releases, new streaming releases, new theater releases. And every Friday, we're either doing an Anthologies Attack or a horror anthology podcast, or, oh my God. We're doing Fusco Fest right now with looking at the works of John Fusco. And this is not till the fall, but Paul Waller, the host of A Year in Horror podcast, and I are doing a show together called Little Old Lady Got Mutilated Late Last Night. That starts in October. And oh my God, folks, I've only mentioned it once over on Father Malone's Weekly Roundup, but Midnight Viewing is going to be doing a live show at the Silverton Casino October 4th and 5th of 2025. That's here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to be participating in the Nightmare in Vegas convention and fucking haunted car show. It's going to be a fucking blast. So keep that in mind, mark your calendars, and until next time, try to enjoy the daylight.
Hello, this is Aaron West. I am the author of the A24 New Wave. In this book, I look at A24's output and I make the argument that we are in a new wave movement right now. A24 plays a major role. This book has a supplemental podcast where each episode is a brief conversation about an A24 related topic, whether an actor, director, or even a genre. As I continue research for the book and conduct interviews, I expect to record podcast episodes with people involved with the company. You can find the podcast at cinejourneys.com or wherever you find podcasts, and we are proud to be members of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.